Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are about to kick it off with another day of IGL Rocket League, this time still into the playoff mode. As you can see here, we will have the 7th seed versus the 10 seed in some Europe 2v2 Tier 3 Division 4. We have it where we will have Holy Shot taking on Valara Esports. As we come into this one, it looks like we have Holy Shot playing a bit more aggressive Rocket League, and Valara looking like they might play a bit more defensive. Where for Valara we have Wouter, Wouter, Van Den Boom, and Cone, and Holy Shot has Upesco and Touchy Fingers. So we will be getting this one underway at the top of the hour. And I am going to make sure I have everything correct. My game set up in that too. But just to show the playoff bracket, winner of this one will end up going on to play up against the Czech Islanders in the next round. So, with that, this should be our stream and our game capture. As we do have quite a bit of time before players have to be up in the lobby, as it does start at the top of the hour. But we can't be waiting on that, and see. Just to maybe run through it more in depth as we do have it. We do have Valara coming into this one, 2.39 goals per game. Coming in as a 10 seed, they are 2-4. They average 2.5 saves per game and average just about an assist per game. As if you look at their roster, it looks like Wouter Van Den Boom is more of the offensive presence, and you might find Cohen playing more of the defensive side of things. You go over to Holy Shot, and they end up playing bit more high-scoring games from the looks of it, where they average 3.76 goals per game, average about 3.5 saves per game, and about 2 assists per game. And you can see that they kind of both chip in on the offense evenly and both fill kind of their parts with saves and assists. So it still should be definitely a good matchup coming into this one, as the 7 versus the 10 is always some place you can see upsets, and it's not uncommon to see them in games like this. So who knows? Holy Shot's obviously not going to want to let that one happen, but Valara is definitely going to be playing to make that happen. So we will be seeing shortly when we can get this one underway. Valara. If I keep saying Valara, I'm going to just... You know, no one's in the lobby, I'm going to fix it. Valara. Just got to make sure, because I put it wrong in one of the two places, and I want to know which one. So that's what I'm going to quick do, if you guys don't mind. We will have lobby back up and at her shortly. It is Valara. I was right on that one. So we will quick zoom it on out of here. Go back to this and get that custom back up and going. I did have it wrong in this one. Still not going to change that password. I already sent that one out and I sent it wrong. So, we do have it now corrected though, so should be good for this game. Valara. As I spelt it right everywhere else except the lobby. And into this one we get Woder and Kane, which puts us Cohen on Valara. And now we are just waiting for Holy Shot, Upesco, and Touchy Fingers. And then we should be good to go. Definitely could be interesting. A 7 versus 10 is always an interesting game to come across. When you have a 7 and a 10 seed, usually you don't have 1-2 favored in it. Winner of this game is looking to try to face off against Czech Islanders in the next round of the playoffs. Coming into this one, Holy Shot trying to show that they are the higher upper seed, while Valara is trying to pull off that upset in the 10 versus 7. Definitely should be an interesting one coming up here, though, shortly. Could be indeed. Everyone in the chat is Cohen is looking to play his best Rocket League. As we did hit the top of the hour, I will just throw it out in a message directly to the other team's captain. Might be running long on last minute game, but just in case, try to get him up in here. Why, hello baseball gear. Yo, indeed. He's joining? Alright, sounds good. I believe he would be too, because he told me everything about this one, where obviously the reschedule happened, but hey, we're still able to get it on a cast, so let's do it. It is indeed an early morning cast. It's actually the teams playing. This is for European, where we have Tier 3 Division 4 European 2v2 coming at you. Oh, absolutely no problem for the reschedule. I was all for it, and honestly, the funny part is half my weekend was kind of available because it's more so packing, so getting ready for travel. But with all 5 in the lobby, if you guys are good, we can go. Imagine being awake putting Puff. Come on, my guy. Alright, as Valara joins their side. Holy shot, does this touchy finger get in? If he does, there's to his side. That means we will be getting this one underway. Holy shot on the orange side, and Valara on the blue side, kicking this one off. Wouter Vandenboom, Upesco at that midfield. This one pops high and outwards. Cohen taking his time on this. Touchy finger rushing in there and will force the 50 to the far side corner. Touchy finger now leaving for Upesco. Upesco with the 50 on Wouter Vandenboom. And into the blue side half. Cohen tries to play on outwards. Cohen advancing onwards, but touchy finger will take the 50 there. Wouter back into his own side corner, looking to take this one high and over the net. Pinches and pinches on outwards. Upesco with a touch, but it opens up Wouter. He does take the shot, and he will put this one on. Wouter pulling Valara off to the 1-0 lead 33 seconds into this game. Now I'm just double checking. I was fairly confident I put EU, and that's why I had high pink, but I needed to absolutely make certain. Alrighty, back to that center line we go. Cohen and Upesco. Touchy playing to the side. Wouter is there, pushing this on into the orange side. Out of there, touchy finger. Does well to push it away from Cohen. Into the far corner now. Upesco pops this one over Wouter and back down. Upesco advancing onwards. Cohen out of this corner, back out to the center. Touchy fires one far side. Coming back up off that back wall out to the center. Upesco is there with a good play shot. Able to put this one away. Tying this game back up for holy shot. 59 seconds of gameplay has been played, and both teams already with the goal on the board. Golazo indeed. Wouter pushing this one on into the far corner. Here he plays off the wall, trying to get it down center, playing on out. Cohen getting there, popping it up past touchy fingers. Upesco playing on upwards himself now into the blue side corner. Out of the blue side corner, Wouter pops this one to the side. Touchy finger already there on the read. Back out it goes. Upesco fires one to the far side, and it ends up finding the pipe, but not enough to go in. And Wouter pushes it on outwards. Good 50 and fires it towards the orange net, where Touchy has to go up and over an oncoming attacker. Cohen fires one at the net. Upesco is there, and back to the side wall we take it. Wouter going for the ceiling shot, looking for it. Upesco not allowing him to get back to that one. Cohen off the sidewall, playing onwards. Upesco firing a shot from distance, and it will find its way into the upper right-hand corner. Holy shot, find themselves with a 2-1 lead. 3:10 remaining here in Game 1 of this best-of-5 series. Back to that kickoff we go. Touchy finger and Wouter meeting back up. The kickoff going well. Touchy trying to take it 50s with the defender, and Cohen does well enough to push that one on outwards. Upesco and Wouter 50ing on outwards. Touchy finger getting to it, but fires it just wide. Taken by Wouter now. Wouter looking for another play off the sidewall, going up for the aerial. Good touch, but bumped out of the way, not able to get back to it for the touch needed to finish that one on up. Cohen now popping it past Touchy finger, and Wouter will come in and play on out for Cohen. Upesco intercepting there and advancing back into the blue side corner, where Wouter will 50 him. It goes back on out. Touchy with a better side of the 50 there. Back up. Upesco and Cohen. Upesco plays high. It's still up there, and Touchy finger fires one that ends up hitting off the pipe and out. Cohen taking it, trying to advance on the dribble. Upesco dives in, and this one will play straight across. Wouter waiting on it. Wouter waiting, and Touchy will dive in and push onwards, but Wouter will be able to just recuperate there. 50 with Upesco, back to the far side of the field. Cross it goes. Cohen playing this one onwards to the far side. Touchy finger taking here. Touchy finger looking for a play on it, decides better to leave it. Touchy finger turns back, founds it, but Wouter with the bump play to ensure no attacker is able to follow at this instant. Cohen playing up. Touchy finger gets to it, but Cohen popping this one past everyone to the front of the net, and Cohen will be able to dunk this one back in. 2-2 game now as Valara and Holy Shot are tied up with 1:43 remaining in Game 1. Back to that center line we go. Cohen and Upesco meeting up. Touchy Fingers is there, takes it right off the kickoff, but Woder will not allow him to continue. This does pop back out to the center. Cohen with at least a touch, push it to the side. Upesco trying to get on this one, trying to act like he can do something with no boost, but Cohen able to push it on wide. Didn't overreact quite yet there. Touchy Finger now playing back to the center where Woder trying to take this off that far wall. Pops it up and over. Upesco with the boost steal, trying to dissuade this play. Cohen plays onwards. Touchy Finger back across. Touchy Finger now trying to pop it, but Cohen not allowing him to do so. Playing back into his own side corner. Cohen taking it slow, looking for a dribble play out of this one. Met by Upesco, back out it plays to Woder. Woder firing one to the corner. Touchy Finger not allowing it to fall, but it does fall back out towards the center. Woder trying to go up for the air dribble, but Touchy Finger shuts that down immediately. Back out we go. Touchy Finger, another good touch past the defender, back out towards the center, but Woder able to push this one to the far side. Out of the far side, Woder advancing onwards. Upesco jumping in there, playing back into the blue side corner. 38 seconds remain, all tied up. Touchy Finger off, trying to slide it, but Woder gets in the way and caresses the ball, taking his own dribble now. And it ends up being a shot from his teammate, but Upesco was ready for the play from Touchy Finger. Kane popping a shot high and away back down. Touchy Finger able to win the race to that ball, making sure no goal comes easy for Valara. Upesco now playing onwards, trying to take his own dribble. 50'd by Woder, back up into the corner. Cohen not quite able to get back to it. Woder playing on upwards, looking for his dribble. Pops high and away up. Upesco is there, popping back on the blue side half. Are we going to find some last second heroics? 50 back up and down. We will need overtime to decide game number 1. Woder and Touchy meet up. It's left for Upesco. Upesco fires one and it hits the crossbar and on out. Touchy is there for it and he hits the pipe but finds himself back under it and hits the crossbar down and in. That will be Holy Shot finding their way in game 1 to take it. A lot of pipe action there at the end of the game, but they do put this away and find themselves up a game in this series. A very back and forth game 1, that is for certain. Back to the center line we will go to try to kick off game 2, but we are waiting on Valara to fully get in here. We do want 5 players before we start it up. There's 4, there's 5, and in they go. As long as we have Cohen fine. Yep, there we are to his side. So we go back into this one. Holy Shot finding themselves up a game. Starting off game 2, 5 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Woder and Touchy meeting back up at that center line, and this one goes back into the blue side half. Cohen advancing on into the orange side. Touchy was up for it and read it like a book. Woder, though, playing high off that back wall, trying to get back to it himself, and he will, and well placed to that far side. Put it away from the defender. Finds himself getting a goal early in this one on the setup off the back wall. Back out to himself, putting it away. Woder giving Valara the 1-goal lead. 13 seconds have been played. Back to that center line. Touchy Finger and Cohen popping on out. Upesco met by the oncoming blue attacker. Woder jumping in and pushes back across. Woder now looking for something off the side wall, trying to play, looking for a doomsy, not quite able to get back to it. Touchy Finger takes some possession, but Cohen wins the race to this one, but Upesco finally able to fire this one on out of there. Cohen popping back into the orange side corner. Upesco playing past one, but Cohen firing to that far side pipe. Touchy Finger able to push it on wide. Woder up for it, trying to get the center play. Touchy Finger was waiting for it and plays over one. But Cohen jumps on that opportunity to play back into the orange side half. Touchy Finger needing to push this one to his far side corner where he at least gets a touch on it, but Woder is there. Upesco popping one past Cohen, but it finds itself wide of the net. Touchy Finger able to get back to it and putting it tight to the corner to put it away. Tying this one back up for Holy Shot as it is now a 1-1 game. Able to slide it tight past Woder. 3:56 remaining here in game 2. Woder and Upesco meeting up to that sidewall. Cohen pushing onwards. Looks like Upesco finds himself with the ball, but looks like maybe he's lacking some boost, so trying to play slow out of this one. Pops it up, going to the corner, looking for a passing play back to Touchy Fingers, and Touchy Fingers will take possession, but bumped by Wouter. Cohen now off that side wall. Upesco popping it up, shot towards the net. Wouter able to grasp that one and play on outwards. Upesco trying to play back to center for himself. Cohen jumping in there and forcing a 50. Touchy Fingers with a good touch back up the field. A demo did happen on Upesco to make it where that touch towards the center is not going to lead to much, but Wouter playing on upwards. Upesco back for it after the demo, looking for a flick. Gets past one, but Cohen is there. Cohen now taking a play, looking for a double, but not following much. Gets back to this ball, leaves it for Wouter. Wouter up off the sidewall, looking to play towards the center. A good second touch on it, but Touchy Fingers will be the first to jump back in there and push it on wide. Wouter down, he plays. Wouter popping towards the center, and Touchy Finger plays across. Wouter off the sidewall now, looking for it. Can he do something out of the air here? Getting to another touch, but Upesco is ready to read it, but Cohen instant jump in. Unfortunately, teammate heading backwards got a piece of it as well, but able to push it away. Not an immediate problem. Cohen off the sidewall, back out towards the center. Wouter taking the dribble, taking to the sidewall, looking to go up with this one, trying to make the aerial play happen. Fires a shot. Touchy Fingers not allowing it to find its way. Cohen fires one that ends up high. Upesco tries to push out, gets 50 by Cohen. Wouter slow touch to pop over the first defender, then leaves it for Cohen. Cohen firing. Cohen high of the net, gets back to it, pushes it for the far corner, not quite able to get it. Touchy Finger ends up finding his way onto this one. Wouter now looking for it. High flick, falling, and it hits the upper right-hand pipe. Not quite able to get to it. Wouter trying to play backwards, but unfortunately Upesco is able to make the read on this one and tuck it away for Holy Shot, giving them a 2-1 lead. Wouter was trying to hit Cohen with the pass, but it just ended up being a little bit off, and Upesco was able to jump all over it and make sure he converts on that one. 2-1 for Holy Shot. 1 minute and 46 seconds remaining. Touchy Finger and Cohen off the kickoff. It falls right to Upesco, and Upesco does well to shoot this one right below the crossbar. Right off the kickoff, finding an opening. Takes a great shot. Good placement on it. Finds himself with a 2-goal lead. 1 minute 43 remaining now. Back to that center line, Touchy Finger and Cohen. Back off that sidewall. Upesco playing off the back wall, back on out. Good flick from Wouter to clear. To the far side now, Touchy Finger trying to play over. Cohen intercepting there. Upesco back off the sidewall, looking for another touch, trying to center, but Cohen not allowing him to do so. Across it goes. Wouter 50ing Touchy, good enough to push it back on wide. Upesco touch over Cohen. Yeah. Wouter off the sidewall. Touchy is there, taking the first touch, but Cohen pushing on outwards. Cohen advancing now, meeting Upesco, popping high into the orange corner now. Wouter up for it with the soft touch, back out to Cohen. Cohen popping back to the center. Upesco is up, does get around it. Cohen is back. Touchy Finger off the sidewall now, trying to advance it onwards. Gets a good touch to the center for Upesco. Cohen all over it. Not allowing it to fall. Wouter looking for the play on this one. Trying to start a dribble. Fires a shot high. High to the far side. Cohen now taking possession. They are looking to try to make something. Upesco dives in and 50s this one across. Out to Touchy Finger, but not quite able to push onwards. Wouter off the sidewall playing out. Upesco not allowing that to continue. Out to Touchy Finger now. Touchy Finger met by Wouter. Wouter fires one, and it finds itself hitting the crossbar. 7 seconds left. Wouter comes back in and off just above the net. Touchy Finger going to push this one on outwards, and that will fall. Holy Shot find themselves up 2 games in the series. 2 very close games, be it so far. Can Valara change that outcome and end up pulling back in this one? As we find ourselves into Game 3, if Holy Shot wins, they can close out the series. Valara, on the other hand, will need to take the next 3 if they want to continue on in the playoffs. 4 of 5, 5 of 5. We should be good to jump back into this one. And here we are, heading back to the center line for game 3. Holy shot on match point. If they're able to take any of the next 3, they close out the series in advance to go play the Czech Calendars. And a good kickoff there for Holy Shot to open it up. It looks like it might have been a delay kickoff where Wouter was trying to play, but Touchy able to get to it a little bit later, and he will force it right back at the center and finds the back of the open net. Back we go, Touchy and Cohen meeting up. Upesco trying to take possession now. Upesco getting around it, looking for the dribble play. The bump on one, trying to play backwards. Cohen not allowing him to continue playing backwards. Touchy plays this one on high. Wouter up for it, fires it. As it goes over Upesco, but Touchy Finger with a great save to ensure that they keep this one to goal lead. Cohen now trying to play towards the center, plays on out. Upesco will grab it there and start his dribble. Upesco looking for the dribble play. Wouter not allowing it. Back out Wouter plays. Wouter met by Upesco yet again as Upesco turns on it. Cohen with a pinch. And the pinch ends up falling back towards the center. Wouter getting at least a touch on it, popping it high into the orange corner. It's here, Touchy Finger looking to take the dribble, but Cohen ends up firing one just high. Wouter now popping off this sidewall. Upesco there to push him away, and it falls for Touchy Finger, but Cohen getting back to it, advancing on the orange side half where Upesco once again takes possession up for the air dribble. Upesco with the first touch, but it falls to Wouter in the corner. Upesco trying to play a little bit of a bully here, but does end up falling, and Touchy does have to play back into his own side corner. And here Wouter with the pass, trying to put it out center. A good bump from Wouter. It opens up Cohen, but he is not quite able to find it as it ends up being high. Touchy Finger looking to advance it. Wouter not allowing him to do so. Pinches it towards the center, and out it plays. Upesco is there. Cohen though popping this one high off the back wall, back out to the center, but Touchy Finger pops it on away. Wouter able to get around it and start the dribble in his own corner, but Touchy Finger forcing the 50, but it does fall back out to Cohen. And an unfortunate read, but it ends up finding itself wide. Maybe it was a great read as it opened up Touchy Finger, and Touchy Finger is gonna put it away. Holy Shot find themselves up too. It looked like a unfortunate half flip, like unfortunate side flip instead of a back flip or something, but it ended up bouncing out right to Touchy Finger, and he fired a perfect shot. So that will end up working out for Holy Shot, and they will score that one, giving themselves a little bit of a comfort zone to try to close out this series. Upesco popping high over one, up for Touchy Finger. Touchy Finger able to get a touch, but it will fall back down towards the center. Upesco with a shot, a great save by Wouter. Back out it comes. Cohen flicks over one, but then it falls out. Upesco able to get there. Is Cohen able to get back to it? Another great save opening on up. Are they able to get the race down the field? Upesco looks like he's already back and will corral this one. Not quite an open net chance for Valara after, but great saves there on the goal line to keep themselves close in this one. Touchy Finger now playing off that sidewall. Ends up getting it past defenders. Is he able to tuck it away? And he is. Holy Shot finding themselves up 3. Looking to try to close out this series. There is still 2 minutes and 17 seconds remaining. Can Valara pull the comeback? Back to that center line. Cohen and Touchy Fingers pop to the sidewall. Back on out. Wouter trying to take on this one, but Upesco not allowing him to do so. But Wouter with a good touch there, pushing back on into the orange side corner. Touchy Finger playing on out. Cohen playing high. Cohen now firing it towards the center. Upesco is up and will play it up for Touchy Finger, who fires it and ends up finding it just on the inside of the pipe, and it will roll in. Holy Shot finding themselves up 4. Really looking to try to finalize out this series. A minute 53 is still a lot of time and is possible for Valara, but they will need to have things start going their way almost immediately. Touchy Finger with a good play on over. Wouter getting back to this one, trying to take the dribble play, popping it past Upesco. Back it goes. Wouter trying to get around it. Ends up getting the fake on the defender, but Upesco will push it on outwards. Cohen popping upwards. Up, touchy finger plays on. Woder at least dissuades it, but it falls out to Upesco, who fires a shot that ends up just high. He's able to get back into it, but can he get around it? Not quite able to do so. Touchy finger fires one, but once again, Cohen there pushing it on wide. Upesco up for it, tries to fire, and ends up going just high. Touchy finger now tries to advance. Touchy finger playing back down towards the center. Upesco out to Touchy finger. Touchy finger at least getting a touch, but it will not be much more. Woder advancing onwards. The task becomes harder and harder for Valara to try to come back into this series. Upesco 50ing Woder. Cohen advancing out towards the center. Unfortunately, Touchy finger might be able to win that race, but Cohen able to get back in time, pushing it on. Back on out it goes. Woder trying to get around this one. Not looking like it's happening. Cohen advancing on off the sidewall. Cohen trying to get back around it. Gonna need something here. High flick. Ends up for Woder. Woder not quite able to hit the net. And Touchy finger will push that one the other direction. Cohen now out of his own side half. Up he goes. Not quite able to get back to it. Woder takes to the sidewall. This one's probably looking like it's almost finalized as the seconds keep passing. But Woder trying to do something with it. Not able to get back around it. Back it falls. Upesco trying to tuck this one away, and he will with 10 seconds left. You gotta think that's gonna close this one out for Holy Shot, and absolutely should hold unless something completely drastic goes wrong. With that, it looks like Holy Shot will end up finding themselves taking this series in 3 games and moving on to play the Czech Calendars next week. Woder off the kickoff, advancing it on forwards. Can Valara at least find themselves one for the road? As it pops down center, Cohen 50 on up, falls back down, and it will fall there. Holy Shot taking a convincing win in Game 3. It was quite the series, but Holy Shot will close it on out with the 3-0. Thank you guys so much for having me, cast. I know this game was obviously a little odd where it was scheduled originally for yesterday, but then we had some things where we ended up remaking it. I ended up having a free schedule, so I just kept with the game after, and we ended up playing it now. But I do know at least for, I believe Touchy Fingers on Tin Hat Commando later tonight as well, but I know Upesco's there, so I will actually end up be casting more of Upesco later tonight after he does end up finding the win in the 2v2s match, where he will be playing for Tin Hat Commando most likely, and I will be seeing them there. Thank you, Pudding Puff, for being a good mod and getting rid of the, hey, this is unfortunate, don't do that. We do not need to be the, oh, do you want to be famous people? But yes, thank you guys all so much for coming on out and watching this one. That is where we will wrap up. Holy Shot end up taking the 3-0 sweep against Valara Esports. So as we can go pop back to this real quick, you can see Holy Shot will be playing up against their number 2 seed next week in the Czech Calendars. So good luck to you guys and to Valara. I hope you guys had a great IGL season, at least had fun. And if you guys end up playing again, good luck next season. Ideally, you guys are able to make your playoff run then. So GG's to all, and have a great rest of your day. I will be seeing at least Upesco and the fans from Tin Hat Commando Holy Shot probably later today, as Upesco will be in a game that I cast a little bit later. So you guys all have a great time. Last game, Calendars versus Holy Shot was insanely close, 3-2. So that should be some great action that you guys will be seeing next week. But the thing that I can guarantee you is later today, you will also be seeing some great threes action, as I already have it prepped, where we should have Tin Hat Commando going on up against Chrome GG Managers later today, as that will be actually, as I said, following Upesco. I don't know if Sticky Fingers is there then. So, but at least Upesco will be in that one. So good luck to you guys with the rest of your 2v2 runs. I will see you guys later for Tin Hat Commando for those of you on that. Thank you so much, Toast Mitch on Itch. It was a great cast. I'm happy to have done it, and I'm really glad that we were able to get this one casted after everything with rescheduling. So thank you all so much, and I'm gonna actually end stream this time before I just keep having stuff that pops up. But thank you all so much. have a great rest of your day. And for those of you, I'll see you later.